to both arrest, kidnap, torture, hold in another country, a diplomat, and be bringing him here to the U.S. Alex Saab is supposed to be extradited to the United States. So that's an important campaign too. There's a demonstration on Wednesday. I want to encourage people to come at 2 o'clock at the Cabo Verde Mission on East 69th Street. That's important. In the same way that remembering again and again and again Mumia Abu-Jamal. Every time one of these fighters, one of these resistors is in the stranglehold of the U.S. prison system, the largest prison system in the world, the largest in the world. 2.3 million, maybe it's higher now. 7 million probation, parole, if you consider all the ways that people are shackled. That's the U.S. prison system. And it imprisons all of us. All of us. That is what we need to know, that the cost of endless war is endless profit, and we pay the price. Now, we're meeting in a time you can't go anywhere without this mask. That's important. But the United States has the highest rate of COVID deaths in the world, and that's by far higher than India, Brazil, countries with much less resources. Why is that? They say, oh, it's anti-vaxxers. No, no, no. There's no health infrastructure in this country. There's no health education. It is really, that is the crime. That's a crime. They can tell you, oh, 45% of the population, or 40, whatever the number is not yet vaccinated. They can't find people. They can't find people for another reason. See, there's no social infrastructure. There's a political repression infrastructure. If you're arrested, they will be able to tell you your iris scan and your fingerprints within about less than an hour. Right? Anyone in the country arrested, your prints, they have it. Anywhere in the country. That is the repression infrastructure. There's no health infrastructure. They can allocate $49 billion for rent to stop people from being ripped out of their home. But they can't give the money out. That's wild. They allocated the money and not 10% of it has been given out. Why? They have no infrastructure. They have no infrastructure today. It's all been privatized. It's a way of undercutting the unions, city workers, state workers, federal workers who are unionized. And instead it's all contracted and subcontracted out. And you have these giant hedge funds that are going over every form of public property. NYCHA, 500,000 housed in NYCHA housing in New York City. It's being privatized. Every service they provide is being contracted out, privatized. The hedge funds get their cut of profit, and your services are cut. So these are all issues that we're talking about. It's a cost of war, the cost of taking profit from everything, making us pay a zillion times. When we talk about linking the issues and rising together, so many of these issues have been raised today. I want to just say, I can't even bring it all up. This is really where I wrap up. I was asked to try to wrap this up, and it's really rough to do, so bear with me. It's really rough to do, because we can't even give the planet. I'm told that Occupy Wall Street is going to do the music at the end. But really, what we're here, see, the politicians, the capitalists, they can easier believe that the planet, that life on Earth will end, than that their own profit-driven capitalist system will end. That is the problem. That's the problem. They can't picture it. So today we're going to thank the organizers. We're going to thank Occupy Wall Street. We want to thank the videographers and the photographers and those who did the sound and the puppet. Jacqueline, that's a work of art, real people's art. The music and the culture and the dancing. And Mimi, who's on my back now, but that's her job as a host. So give full credit here. Every part of this today is people who came together on many issues. I learned a lot listening here, and I want to thank everyone. Let's keep growing stronger. We're going to have some music. We're going to have some dancing. We're going to use these whistles for justice, people, and planet at 5 o'clock, and we'll end on that. Thank you. Power to the people.
So what did she wrap it up with? She wrapped it up with dismantling the capitalist empire and its international tentacles, the system of imperialism, right? And what have we been here today? What really is the wrap-up? We go all the way back to King's speech. I think it was literally 1971 when he delivered those 3 pillars of capitalism. Poverty and the inordinate corruption of the distribution of wealth. Bias and racism, the other pillar that holds it up. It being the state capitalism, racial capitalism, plantation capitalism. The 3rd pillar, militarism and war. And now the 4th pillar, thank you, extinction resistance, and that is, of course, the planet. And that really is the wrap-up. And I have to say, because one of the things I didn't hear, no, it's not about that they didn't give out the money. It's about the issue is that we have tens of thousands of people who are every moment right now on the verge of homelessness. And the issue is cancel the tenant death and the outrageous damned arrears from profiteer real estate industry, and that is the issue in the housing, and create housing in the public domain. We didn't talk enough about those things. We didn't talk about the federal benefits that have been stopped for tens of thousands, millions of people who are on the verge of destitution. And we didn't talk enough about the 14,000 people who are Haitian, who are immediately threatened with being put on a plane and taken back to a state that the U.S. owes reparations to, as long as does France and Canada. So there are so many issues, but what I wanted to say, and maybe if Mr. Zolkowitz will let me, I do want to bring up 2 people for 2 minutes. Tom Gogan, I saw you on the thing.
Yes, go ahead.
And I want to bring up, Tom Gogan, come on up. And we have a brother from the Taxi Workers Alliance. They're camping out.
Yeah, tell it.
So, of course, and it's not just about moving the war budget. It's about equal rights and justice for the working class in this country. So, I want to bring Sarah Klepner, if you can, let's see if we can get this voice from the Taxi Workers Alliance. Tell us why they're camping out.
This is a rally that was going on when I was walking here from the World Trade, so here we go. Go ahead, please speak, sir.
I'm not sure it's going to work.
Yeah.
No? Are you speaking?
Yeah.
Go ahead, speak. It is on speaker.
Well, I'm not sure
go ahead and speak.
Hi, this is Mohammed Tipu Sultan. We just kept 24-hour protest line, picket line in Murray and Broadway. and it is a medallion owner, the taxi driver medallion owner, 95% immigrant. And this city want to bankrupt this whole medallion owner individual, like some driver invest their life, invest their own money. And this is the city is bankrupting them. So this is the fight against this the city, TLC, and please call the mayor, call the TLC, and you know the Chuck Schumer, Senator Chuck Schumer, he was with us, supporting us, and Mamdani Assembly, State Assembly Mamdani he's with us, and we are 24/7 front of the City Hall, Marie and Broadway. If you get any chance, time, just come in and we have a coffee. Again, we are not sleeping, but we are picket line 24/7 until the victory. Thank you.
So one more time, give us, we have to do what? Tell us exactly. And they're, Beta V Desai is one of the greatest labor leaders in the country. She's the head of the Taxi Workers Alliance. They've been spectacular. They are a revolutionary union, and they do look at issues of state power. This is a very specific issue. Gotta tell the mayor they're not giving enough, so they're sleeping over in City Hall. You can visit them after this, show your support, but tell us exactly who we need to call. It's the mayor. What do we need to tell him? What's the message?
Yes. We are protesting right here. We have a tent. We are sitting right here. Our brother and sister will be continuing stand, and until this victory. And our request will be, if you get a chance, come in, say hi to us, and also you can call your all allies, call your all links, call to the mayor, call the TLC. They do the right thing because they want to do. Gave away this $65 million that is federal income for the driver actually, medallion owner actually, but this city's plan to give away all this money to this the billionaire funded hedge fund. So this is the situation we have, and we'll continue fight. Thank you so much for your
Okay, so we just want to ask one simple question. Who do we call and what do we tell them? What do we want?
Yes, you can call the Mayor de Blasio. You can call the TLC Commissioner Aloisi that they should agree with the New York Taxi Worker Alliance that the Executive Director Beta V Desai's demand and the driver's demand should be accepted. Only we want the back guarantee from the city. It is a big piece of cup of tea, the cost of the city for 30 years. We want the guarantee from the city that our medallion will be continue to survive. It's not going to be wiped out anymore as they bring like almost 100 years. They bring this price $1 million and they crush this down. We don't want any more than that. Ask the mayor, ask the TLC Commissioner Aloisi, they should agree with the New York Taxi Worker Alliance proposal, and this is a proposal for the driver. Thank you.
All right, so all I want to know is, Sarah asked one thing. What is the main demand of the Taxi Workers Alliance? They have a great website, by the way, so you can get it there, or you can visit the folks who are camping out all night. But just tell us quickly, what is the main demand from Mayor de Blasio for the Taxi Workers Alliance? The main demand.
The main demand that the city can add another $100 million, and we can have a guarantee from this city another 30 years. 30 years guarantee this 167. We do have a $65 million from pandemic from the Washington D.C. Only we need to be this city, Mayor de Blasio, to be agreed that this city is giving a guarantee for this medallion. So how does it work? That let's see that, and also we want to restructure our loan because this driver paid millions of dollars in a back then, and now they still have a mortgage about $3,000 in a month. An average driver has a $500,000 loan. So we want this restructured loan. We want this guarantee from the city. So if any time near future, if this driver get cannot pay like this situation today. So the city can take this medallion and they can resell this medallion, and the city can keep their money and the lender can take their money.
So you can find out more, Taxi Workers Alliance, great leadership, Beta Vita Psi, and you can go right over to City Hall, and you should, after we help folks pack up and give some rest to Mamiya. And all they have to do is Taxi Workers Alliance. I want to just say, the other thing is, Tom Gogan, you got 2 minutes to tell us how the hell to move the money from the damn budget for war to all those social needs, and make sure we're going to close Rikers Island, not to open up another prison. We're going to close Rikers Island. We're going to get universal health care, Medicare for all of these things. And we are going to, most importantly, use the energy and efforts we have here, not to become better adept at social media. I'm not putting down social media, but damn it, we've got to reconstitute our groups on a neighborhood level and in our workplaces and talk to other people, bring people on board, bring the youth on board to really revolutionize. And what is it we're looking to when we say connect the dots to what? The system of capitalism stinks, it's corrupt, it's vicious, it's life-destroying. Yes, we're working for a far better world. I happen to call it a system of socialism. But I will tell you, all I want to tell you while he's saying not yet, I don't know what he's saying not yet to. I know that we're going to bring up some of our Occupy people and another song, but I do want to say, I do urge you, and get this in, please support WBAI Radio, because really, with all of its warts, etc., there are very, very few other peace and justice venues to hear about the struggles of the working class and get more involved with it, so it will be strengthened by your political resolve. So I want to thank people who work there. Patutski's off, for weeks and weeks to put this together. We learned from it. We will strengthen it. You folks are phenomenal. I want to particularly thank Zool, who really was the intrepid, insistent, haranguing, delightfully so, glue that bound us together. And just 1 minute for my brother, or he'll never talk to me again, with move the money from war to all those things, health care, immigrants' rights, housing. When the hell have we had a damn politician, miss the DSAs and other folks, whoever had a decent housing agenda in the city of New York? When have we dealt with the betrayal of the city workers and their pensions and stuff, and what they're doing with their health care? So please, while you look at the international issues, don't you dare forget that unless we really build a poor people's movement, a mass movement of the unemployed, etc., within our communities, we will not be able to create those revolutions that we want and dismantle the capitalist state and for a socialist revolution. Anyway, I'm sorry, had to get it in. I've been in the sun too long. It's been a delight to be with you. I do want to take the liberty of Tom Gogan, move the money from war to a peace agenda. What is it? And then again, Zool, special for all that you've done, and then it's yours, and I won't misbehave anymore. But really, thank you all. You're glorious, wonderful people who have given so much of yourselves. Everybody here is a superlative activist. And you know something? It's not about sacrifice. It feels damn good to be right and righteous and to work for something meaningful, productive, and constructive. So you're going to continue to educate, agitate, organize, for power to. So what are we going to do? We're going to educate, agitate, organize for power to the people. Thank you. Tom, go.
Thank you, my sister Mimi. You know, Medea Benjamin said it earlier. There's a huge pot of gold, but it's not at the end of the rainbow, people. It's down at Washington, D.C., where our congressmen and our congresswomen every single year have voted over $700 billion. This year it's well over 750, probably more like 780 billion. Can you conceptualize what that means? It means we could have truly affordable housing. We could have really decent health care. We could have schools that really educate our kids. We could have transportation that works for everybody and gets to everybody that needs it. Out in our black, brown, and immigrant communities all around the city, it could help fix the houses that were flooded last week. It could do a lot of different things. So it's our money. Don't forget that. It's our money. Whose money? Our money. Whose money? Our money. We got to move the money from war to our communities. And we've got a resolution at the city council. A lot of people say, why the city council? Because we've got to get this movement local. And the way we're doing that is we're reaching out to every single council member in this town. Right now we have a near majority at the city council. We want public hearings on this subject, and we want to have as many people to come forward in those hearings as possible when they happen. And folks, they're going to happen. Move the money from war to our communities. Thank you.
Folks, if any of you...
Wait a minute. How do people find out more about you?
To be continued. Move the money, we'll tell you more. Okay. Folks, if any of you were at Occupy in the last 10 years ago, yesterday, come on up to the stage. We're going to join in a rendition of Wall Street Blues. So everybody from Occupy, come on up to the stage. Let's see your signage. Thank you.
That should be mentioned.
Go ahead.
Hey, maybe you're going to have your money on anytime soon?
There's a little tune I wrote. Chuck.
But on the subject.
Little song about Wall Street written at Zuccotti Park 10 years ago. It's called the Wall Street Blues. Well, if you're going down to Wall Street, keep your money in your shoes. The boys down there on Wall Street really gave the world the blues. I said, oh, good people, the country's got them big Wall Street blues. Oh, good people, the world has got them big Wall Street blues. Well, once I had a girlfriend, she was good as she could be. She went on down to Wall Street, now she's trading company. I said, oh, good people, the country's got them big Wall Street blues. Oh, good people, the world has got them big Wall Street blues. Well, I bet they're drinking whiskey and smoking big cigars and scheming up a new way to steal everything on Mars. I said, oh, good people, the country's got them big Wall Street blues. I said, oh, good people, the world has got them big Wall Street blues. Well, through this world I've traveled, I've met some funny men. Some will rob you with a pistol, and some with a college loan. I said, oh, good people, country's got them big Wall Street blues. I said, oh, good people, the world has got them big Wall Street blues.
Yeah. It is now 5 p.m. Take out your whistles. You got your whistles? Take out your whistles. Get your whistles. Okay. Guys, please repeat, everyone. I'm mic check, a whistleblower for justice, people, and planet. Thank you, Mimi Rosenberg. Mimi Rosenberg, our host for the day. Please tune in to WBAI 99.5 FM, WBAI.org, Building Bridges and Equal Justice. Equal rights and equal justice. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Nick Martin, one of our co-chairs of Rising Together. Thank you, Ralph Pointer, another of our co-chairs of Rising Together. Ralph Pointer. Let's say thanks to Kathy Kelly, who's still in Chicago, our third co-chair. Medea Benjamin, thank you for coming up from D.C., my sister. Love you so much, all of you. Thanks so much, Larry White, for doing the tech and stage. Sati, one of our organizers, where are you? Sarah Flounders, thank you. Tom Gogan, Jack Baldwin for doing the media. All of you, Annie Wilson, Jane Arendine, Jacqueline, thanks so much for bringing the Mumia puppet. We will never forget Mumia. Never forget Mumia. Never forget Mumia. Thank you, Jack Flynn, for organizing social media. Thank you all. Thank you so much for coming. Arlene Cesarino for your song. Sister Betty, always. Everyone, you're coming up, Rev.
We can't let people leave without...
That's going to happen. Okay, so now, folks, thank you so much for coming. We're going to have a word from DJ Elf. Okay, he's going to give us a little thing, and then Reverend Gadsden's going to close us out with some music.
And then, I'm not going to let, because people will forget, and they will leave. We've got to do our work duty, and we've got to help our friends take this phenomenal puppet back so that it can live to fight another day.
Hey folks, what's up? Check it out. Now the fact of the matter is that I'm so grateful that I'm here today, because often I'm not black enough to matter, and I'm not white enough for people to care. But this is the first event that's really put me on, thank God. Now let me tell you something. A lot of people don't realize, they see my face, they think I haven't suffered. Our suffering is worth less. At the age of 16, I ran away from home because of extreme violence I experienced in my home because of the aftermath of the Korean War. People don't know about that. My people starving in Korea today, nobody sings for them. They sang for people starving in Ethiopia, my people starving now. People say, your people have been slaves. I say, yeah, what's up? I'll get you a Korean underage hooker here in half an hour. Shut up! Shut up! Now this is what I want to tell y'all right here. Today, this is exactly when we need a coalition, and I'm not here for catharsis. I'm not here to sing songs and feel good and go home, because I won't feel good until the change is achieved. So but I'll tell you right now, we can win. We can win, and let me tell you how we're gonna win. We need to achieve critical mass. So people that are here right now, I see the faces, and this is a high quality bunch of people here. I see the faces I recognize because I'm in these streets representing. But the fact of the matter is that we have the people in public housing. They're ending public housing as we know it. How do people know about that? They don't really know because guess what? The TV will never tell you this message. We must communicate with one another. That's a fact. Now the fact of the matter is that I whistle blew on Hunter College. My life has been destroyed because when I was homeless, I lived with all the lies of the bourgeoisie. Oh, you know what? Someone will be there to take care of you. Oh, I feel sorry for you. Shut up! You ain't taking care of us. Shut up! You telling me I gotta move somewhere? Is that somewhere close to where you live? Or is that in the trash? Throw me in the trash, that's my energy weapon. Throw me in the streets, that's where I come from. That's my home. You think that you throwing me out is gonna make me weaker? You're wrong, that just makes me stronger. How do we win? I emailed every single student government in the New York City. I want you guys to do the same. All the talk about student debt, right? Forgiveness. Where's ending the corruption? Where's stopping the bureaucracy? I have shown in my video right here of administrators getting cell phones paid for, going on trips to some fancy ass ski resort on student money. They still work there to this day. It's bullshit. Stephen Lee right here. There's other people that I know that are going down in this fight. Stephen Lee right now is being harassed by the police department. He's continuing work done by Serpico and the NAP Commission. Real whistleblowers. If you're a real whistleblower, make some noise. Whistleblowers, make some fucking noise. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna be but no more. No more. Yo, right now, let me tell you another thing. Hell yeah. Let me tell you another thing, yeah? I'm putting together something called the Unified Platform for 22. A lot of times we're given these false choices by the duopoly. One corporate choice, another corporate choice. Get the hell out of here. We're gonna organize, I've already done a the only third-party independence candidates forum here in New York City. And we're trying to take this nationwide to force the duopoly to have a real conversation on the things that need to change our lives. If you want an ally with you to fight against, unnecessary wars, I tell you the truth, and it might seem a lot of people feel like I come too hard. I can tell you what the aftermath of violence brings, right? Yeah, more than anybody else. Or just as much as I have scars all over my body, not just from growing up in that household, but also what I endured afterwards being homeless. Yeah? So, it's just the fact of the matter that I'm not gonna rest until this thing changes, and I've been in this movement for 25 years. I gotta give mad props to it because it is coalition by coming together. Stop doing the echo chamber shit. Stop that shit. It's time for, and I love all the people that are out here today. We gotta come, there's different types of communication that some people here will communicate with other people in ways that they won't like the way that I speak. They won't like my energy. Some people will like the way you say it. That's all right. We can work together. Just stay together. Yeah. Hit me up, DJL7.com, Rise. Yo, thank you, Zool. Yo, thank God, whistleblowers, our story's not heard. I will promote your message. Red by Block, that's redbyblock.nyc. We released all the voter information to New York City because we're by democratizing the process. Anybody saw Yellow Brick Road, want to shout him out? Yeah? God bless, thank you so much, yeah? One love.